Hey YT, it's your girl Naya0302, and I'm coming to you today from Naya's World. Well, you know how we do it. We keep beauty simple. I'm coming to you today with my never tag. Quite a few of our YT sisters have kind of summoned us all to do this never tag, and I figured I'd go ahead and get mine's done. I want to thank, first of all, Badass Platinum, the Return Queen, aka Monica, S. Hana Blue, aka Nikki. You guys had some awesome never tags, and quite a few other people. So if I don't mention your name, please don't take any offense to that. Most of these things that I'm probably going to say are probably some repeats of some things you heard other people already say. I will say that when I was younger, I was one of those adventurous people, so I tried doing quite a few things that I probably shouldn't have done, paid a consequence for some of them. Others, I either figured out that I either liked it or I did not like it, and so I never repeated it again. So without further ado, let's get started with this never tag. Okay, first thing is, I have never had a one-night stand. I just never believed in it. I never thought myself to ever want to participate in a one-night stand. Any male species that I ever had any interaction with either ended up being a boyfriend over time or turned out to be the husband of 20 years. So definitely no one-night stands. Don't believe in those. I have never bungee jumped. As much as I like the thrill of the exhilaration of the thought of it, my concern was always that I'd be the very unfortunate one that the cable would snap and I go plunging to my death. So bungee jumping would just be one of those things that would probably sit on my bucket list, but never, ever, ever, ever happen. Okay. Next thing is, I have never ridden a roller coaster. One, because I just have this thing about heights, and I don't know why. It's like the further up I get, the more it feels like my equilibrium gets a little off, and I'm okay as long as I'm up and I don't have to look down. So if I look down or I see it come plummeting down, that's all she wrote. I be spilling cookies every which way but loose. So no roller coasters for me. So I pretty much stay close to the ground. So as you can see, going to an amusement park with me would be pretty boring because I don't get on any of that. Anything that is remotely going to spin around, drop, go up, none of that. Okay, never expected to see 50 years old, and that might be a very strange never for most people to hear, even though I just celebrated my 50th birthday this past March. And the reason I say that is because my family is predominantly girls, and we have very few boys. But breast cancer runs very rampant in my family. We have all been pretty much tested for the BRCA gene, and there is some linkage there that has been seen in all of us. And most of my aunties, to include my own mother, who died at 47 years old from breast cancer. So I did not expect to get to 50 because most of them didn't. I think I had one aunt that might have made it a little, like made it to 51, 52 years old. So 50 was kind of the median age where mostly everybody was deceased. So I'm thinking that man upstairs, He let me see 50, and each year is like I get one more reprieve. So I get my mammograms faithfully. I've probably been having them done now since I was about 25 years old. So that they're the most uncomfortable, but I do them, and I make sure I don't miss a beat when it comes to having a mammogram. So for all you ladies out there, get your mammograms done. The next thing is that I have never been to jail. I don't choose to want to go to jail. I don't want to be inside anybody's little cell block. I don't want to meet the Joes, the Johnnies that used to be Joannes, or whatever goes on behind those jail walls. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be part of it. So I pretty much stay outside. I like my freedom. So no jail for me. The next one is that I have never eaten cereal. And in the African American community, cereal was one of those things that you found in every household, and you could come to our house and you'd find cereal. My mother's other children ate cereal. Me, on the other hand, cereal didn't work for me. It was like the minute the milk went on it, to me, in my head, it became soggy. Didn't want it. So I was one of those ones where my mom had to get up and make some pancakes, some eggs, some sausage, something, but definitely not a bowl of cereal. Was not having it. To this day, still have not eaten a bowl of cereal. I never ate pudding, oatmeal, tapioca, any of that stuff. I have this weird aversion to anything that is like uber smushy or soft. As you see people take their cookies and dunk them down into milk, or a donut, or take their bread and kind of, like as we say, sop up the juices. Once that product becomes soft and wet, I have this aversion of it entering my mouth. Even though I know it's going to go down to the same spot, it doesn't work for me. So I was the only one of my mother's children who did not eat any of that. Even to the point of I bake pies and stuff like that. But believe it or not, I sit there and I scoop out all the filling, leaving barely just a little bit of the juice. For the crust, I'm a crust person. You can leave out all the rest. Don't even like banana pudding. So, and that's kind of weird, but that's me. Don't like it, won't try it, don't want to try it. My next one is I have never cheated on a boyfriend or a spouse. I believe that cheating gets you nowhere. It will cause you to be alone and by yourself. So I don't do the cheating realm. I don't believe in it, one, and I don't want to be cheated on. So I figured anybody that I was with, if we broke up for whatever specific reasons that we just mutually couldn't get along, or, it was just time to move on, either because they cheated, not because I cheated. And my marriage just ended because I think my husband and I had just got to a point where it was like our careers were taking over and we lost sight of us. So cheating is definitely not on my big list. Number 9, never had any type of plastic surgery. I have never had my nose fixed, lips plumped up, eyes pulled back, facelifts, none of that. I would, in fact, though, like to have liposuction on that little kangaroo pouch that we women get after we deliver our children. You know, I've done every sit-up, crunch, lunge, you can name it. I've done them all. And I still have that itty bitty kangaroo pouch that just won't go away. It's not cute to me. Now, I mean, I still can probably fit into a bikini, but I probably buy more of the tankinis, you know, the ones that kind of come almost right up to the navel, so it can kind of cover up that little curve right there that's not so sexy. But if I ever decide to do it, that's what I would do. And the last never is that I would never have ever robbed a bank. After watching Set It Off and Queen Latifah and them, the idea was looking really cool. Like, okay, let me get a group of sisters and we just bang it out like that. But the consequence would be, as you've seen in Set It Off, either death or jail. And I'm not trying to see either one of them too soon. So, I hope you guys like my never tag. Mostly other things that I've done them. Like I said, either did it, realized I liked it, or realized it wasn't really for me. So, I want to tag any of the rest of my YT sisters out there that have not participated in this never tag. Give it a try, because it is definitely hard to sit here and figure out things you have never ever done or never ever will do. Because like I said, when we're teenagers and we're growing up and we're going through our phases, trying different things, it's kind of hard to sit down later on in life and realize what you never have done. So, hope you guys like that never tag, and I will talk to you soon. Alright, bye.